My name is Jack Spawning, and welcome to the Rockstar Energy Cup Series. We're back. We're back with the stock cars, because the LMP for me. And it's boring as shit anyways. We're back with the stock cars. We're back on the oval. Just this once. This is the only time in the season most likely we're going to be running an oval. Anyways. We're back, and we've got some pretty big moves. Notably in the season, LeBron James, who was in the one car for Jake the Goldfish Racing last season, now has moved over to Highline Racing to take over Kanye West's number 42. Meryl Streep has been removed from the 11 car and replaced by Elvis Presley, and Elton John has replaced Tyler Perry in the 7. Shit. Steve Harvey has moved to Barry Gibb Racing to take over the 10 car. Shit. Wait a minute. I've just realized a little error in the roster. Alright, that's been figured out. Steve Harvey's moved to Barry Gibb Racing from the 16 team, and Jimmy Kimmel has dropped into the the newly Barry Gibb Racing owned number 45. It's Kimmel's car now. He drove the 44, notably in Season 6 to a poor finish. Mick Jagger had Gold Star Racing, formerly known as Bo Gibbs Racing, has made a very vast change to its driver lineup. Last year it was Ellen and Brad Pitt. Now it is Mick Jagger in the 2 and Kanye West back in the 74 after winning this exact race, the Rockstar 500, then the Coca-Cola 500 back in Season 6. Jake the Goldfish has assumed the one car that he took to a championship in Season 6 in a heroic triumph in his, at the time, last season in the sport. And the 19 car, formerly was Wonder Sport Racing, has been absorbed by JTG Racing. Stevie Wonder will continue to drive that car in the 19, hoping to rebound from that last place points finish last season. No changes in WABC McNamara Racing, and no changes in the Michael Jordan Racing team has picked up a driver and a number. In fact, picked up the 44 car, which didn't compete last season. Now we'll get to this in a minute. But now is Jimmy Fallon in the 44. Jimmy Kimmel drove this in Season 6, as mentioned earlier. Now we have independent cars. The 16 is driven by Jim Carrey. That car took I believe it was Steve Harvey to a second place points finish. Mark Wahlberg has moved into the 46. Kermit stays in the 47 for what, once again, may be his last season. Ellen drops from the 2 to the 50 car. That was last season driven by Mick Jagger. A nice little switch there that I didn't notice until now. And Brad Pitt replaces Otis in the 77. So tonight, we've got the Rockstar 500. The first race of the now revised 30 race schedule, 31 race schedule, something like that. We got a shit ton of races. All right, it's cool. So we've got 50 laps on the table. Every race is about 100 kilometers, but this one's going to be about 200 kilometers. This and the maybe Daytona Oval finale of this season is also going to be 200 kilometers, but those are the only 200K races. Everything else is somewhere around 100K. 31 cars, and as you can see, the 4 has been retired from the Rockstar Energy Cup Series to honor the legacy that Sammy the Seal left behind after his tragic accident that took his life in Texas. That was, you know, we didn't have a team for this 4 car, and I guess it just didn't feel right to have it on the grid after Sammy's death. So we are going to keep this car going, not keep the car going, we're going to retire the car. No one will ever drive a number 4 stock car in the Rockstar Energy Cup Series again, as far as I hope. Now, without further ado, there is nothing else to do but begin this race. The race starts in 2 in the afternoon. It's set in May of 2017 for whatever reason, but that's besides the point. It's on 5 times time acceleration, so we should be able to have this one fall into the night as we go, which will of course be a good one to see. Mandatory pit stop, of course. Always good to have the mandatory pit stop to shuffle up the strategies. So getting ready to go green. We will take you through the starting lineup. So there it is. This is a pretty good starting lineup here. On pole is the 3 of John Cena. Second is the 24 of Simon Cowell. Third is the 16 of Jim Carrey. Fourth is the 14 of Will Smith, hoping to rebound from another poor season. Fifth, Darren McNamara in the 15 car. Sixth is Johnny Depp in the 82. 7th, Jerry Seinfeld in the 18 for WABC McNamara Enterprises. 8th is Milo in the 55 car. 9th, Stevie Wonder. There's a good start to your season after a dog shit first season. I'm sorry, but there's no other way to put it. But good question, Kyle. Let me get to that. We'll find him on the list. So after Stevie Wonder, 10th is Barack Obama in the 66 car. Had a great charge to the champion, almost took the championship from Michael Jordan last season. So let's scroll farther down the order here. 11th is LeBron James in the 42. 12th is Elvis Presley. 13th, Bruce. 14th, Rihanna. 15th, Michael Jordan, the defending series champion. 16th, Peter Sellers. 17th is Brad Pitt. 18th is the 17 of Elton John. 19th is Liam McNamara. 20th is Hillary Clinton. Back down the order a little more now. Down here. 21st is David Beckham. 22nd is Jimmy Kimmel. 23rd is Jimmy Fallon. 24th is Kermit the Frog. 25th, Steve Harvey, runner-up in the championship last season. 26th is, who is that? 27th is Kanye West, looking to take back his Daytona winning this race in Season 6. 28th is Matt Damon. 29th, Larry the Cable Guy. 30th is Mark Wahlberg. And rounding out the field, I hope for you, Kyle, I hope Jesus made it. Jesus did not make it to Ian Harrison in the final car. Hope to see Jesus in another race this season. But without further ado, let's get going. Green flag is out in Daytona, and they're already almost crashing. Kyle, I'm sorry, I didn't make Jesus out of the race, or I didn't. Oh, we got a crash in the back. That's Kanye West going around in the back. Big crash in the back. That is Kanye West going around off into the outside retaining wall. There he is on the left side of your screen. That is Kanye West looking to make a charge to win this race. Once again, that has been cut very short before he even made it to the first turn. Back up front, it's the 24 and the 3 battling it out. Side by side, 2 lanes deep. Cena and Cowell. Cowell is going to pull this one out. He will lead the first lap of the day, but the battle does not settle. Here's the battle for 5th. Jim Carrey in the white 16 with the black flames on it, trying to come up and catch Will Smith. Carrey did not compete in the Cup Series last season, only on an extremely limited basis. Only, I believe, ran 2 races, crashed out of one of them. So he's looking to come back, and speaking of coming back, this Stevie Wonder, the Season 3 champion, retired at the end of Season 4, has just made an overtake on Jim Carrey, retired at the end of Season 4, sat out Seasons 5 and 6, and was just tempted to come back, got a deal, got a ride in the 19 car, and here he is running 6th in the Daytona in the Rockstar 500. Meanwhile, John Cena has taken the lead and begun to pull away here at Daytona. Simon Cowell in 2nd, Darren McNamara, the Season 5 champion, in 3rd, hanging tough with Johnny Depp in the 82 behind. Will Smith trying to catch the 82. And Stevie Wonder back here trying to catch the 14, and Wonder's trying to be caught by the 16, but we got a battle here for 8th position. That's the 18 of Jerry Seinfeld and the 55 of Milo. Can you kind of like elaborate and speak real English super on that one? It's only lap 4, super, relax on it. Chill with it, cuz. So Cena leads, as he seems to be pretty good at doing this whole leading thing, not just on the racetrack, but in the squared circle too. Cowell 2nd, McNamara 3rd, Depp 4th, Smith 5th. That's a tongue twister there for you. Wonder 6th, Carey 7th, Milo 8th, Seinfeld barely 9th, and Presley 10th. James 11th, Obama 12th, and Pitt 13th, Springsteen 14th, and Rihanna 15th. That's your top 15 for the time being. Here comes Cowell. I think Simon Cowell's trying to make a little bit of a run here. I think he's got a run. I can't really tell though. It's close. Some pretty split out and fair racing going, as we have a battle for 9th position. It's still Seinfeld and Presley still battling. However, all they're doing is letting the 42 of LeBron James come closer and closer. They make contact too. Wow. Here comes the 77, the 66. Here comes everybody. 77 is going to go right on past the 42. And here comes the 29 of Springsteen as well. Bruce Springsteen picked up his first win in ages. Picked up his first win since Season 4. His 2nd career win only. In last season at Hockenheim, at the new Hockenheim. But this is a nice little clumped up pack here. But the battle for the lead holds pretty strong, as we've got not much draft action going, but the battle for 3rd is going strong. Depp to the inside on his team owner, Darren McNamara. can't quite make the pass work and has to back off and let the 15 back through. Good race too. Good little action there. A little more action about to pop in. Stevie Wonder trying to go for Will Smith here. You're damn right, Kyle. It is Arca. The land of non-action until like the last 5 laps, and then everything goes to shit. Or there will be a very brutal, terrible accident. But no, speedometer is pretty redundant because it's in kilometers an hour, and kilometers an hour in a stock car is blurst as shit. So John Cena starting to slightly pull away from of Simon Cowell. As Cowell tries to get a run, but this really nice pack up here for starts at 9th position. The 18 and the 11 have been fighting for just ages. Probably since like the drop of the green, these two have been battling it out. No one has given anyone else an inch. You can see how close they are side by side battling for 9th position, and Presley is going to get it after lap 8. But anywhere on the track, there will be good racing. Speaking of good racing, back here for 17th. Peter Sellers and the young gun Liam McNamara on his sophomore season. He had a win last season, but it was really the only highlight of his year. He didn't run too great, but he's hoping to get that WABC McNamara Enterprises 21 car up into victory lane at least once more this season, I'd imagine. Goodbye, Bowl. I don't know where that just went. There it is. I'm gonna clean that. As he actually just got passed by David Beckham, as I'm trying to hope he gets a better season because he's been so promised. There has been so much promise around him. He had a great season in the Starbucks Touring Series when that was a thing. He had a great season in the he had a great like half season in the John Deere International Touring Series. And you know, just great season, great development. You know, I know for a fact that season 7 was not quite everything we had expected of him, but getting used to the new car. His first race was only his 3rd start. He had 2 starts at the end of season 6, but it wasn't really mentioned, mostly because I had probably forgotten about it. But the battle for 2nd. Liam's big brother Darren going for 2nd, the season 5 champion. Pulled that one out in great style. Here comes a little crossover from the 24. This is really good racing for what it's worth. But these two fighting will either rope them in closer to the 3 or farther away from the 3. And it really seems to not have helped much. He just lost a 1/10 of a second in that sector on his fastest lap, which is, according to the stat, fastest lap is a 45.1. So I think he's starting to make a little bit of gain here. I can't quite tell yet. 12 laps completed of 50 tonight. And if it doesn't get dark on the track quite by the end of the race, then we'll at least have a nice sunset in the back, most likely. So it's still John Cena has led almost every lap of this race as the top 8 cars, all from leader John Cena all the way back to Jim Carrey in 8th, have broken away by 4 seconds to 9th place, which is now Brad Pitt, and LeBron James is going to go for that spot. And I've just noticed fuel could be an issue. And good thinking here from the 4th place driver, which is Johnny Depp. He has 31 liters of fuel in that car. No one else even has close to that. Milo has 29. Jim Carrey has 26. But up here, Brad Pitt in the 77 one has 9 liters of fuel. He's going to be coming in any lap now. It's very good, interesting to see the varying strategies back here as we just stumbled across a pretty nice battle back here for 21st position between defending champion Michael Jordan and championship favorite all the way back in season 4 nearly 3 years ago. Ooh, was a touch. This is Adam Sandler in the 27. Speaking of championship favorites, back here we got ourselves an early championship favorite and a late championship favorite. The early championship favorite last season was the now 10 of used to be the not Mark Wahlberg, Steve Harvey used to be in the 16 car that Jim Carrey now drives. He does not drive that car anymore. He has moved over to Barry Gibb in the 10 for greener pastures. If you can get pastures any greener than 2nd place in the championship. But Harvey knows that Barry Gibb Racing will give him a hell of a car and a great shot to go out and win a championship. So 15 and about a half laps through, we have finished up the first third of this race. About third of this race. Not quite that much action for the lead. John Cena has led since about lap 3 or 4. Has held his ground ever since. But the tragic highlight of this one is back here, the 74 of Kanye West. First race back in the 74 car that took him to a win in the 2018 Rockstar Energy 500. Well, technically it's Season 6 Rockstar Energy 500 because there were 2. There was a Season 6 and 7, but in the Season 6 Rockstar Energy 500, he won this race. And, you know, he went to the 42 for Highline Racing, slumped that season. Well, not slumped, got like 11th in the points, but still not the greatest season. So he came back to what is now Gold Sport, as it was Bo Gibbs Racing when he won the Rockstar 500, but since then, scandal, and never mind, we don't care about Bo Gibbs. We've got a lead change going here, maybe. The 15, Darren McNamara trying to get to the head and make a pass for the first time so far. Cena is going to have a run off the top, but it is gone and clear. Darren McNamara, the Season 5 champion and one of the greatest of all time, has taken the lead in the Rockstar Energy 500, a race he has attempted 4 times and only won, or never. He's never won this race. He attempted it in Seasons 5, 6, and 7. This is his 4th try. He is yet to win it. Yeah, anyways. Did you ever hear the tragedy of Bo Gibbs the Wise? We've got a car in the pits. Fuck him. It is the, onboard says, the 45 of Jimmy Kimmel, the first driver to make a pit stop. There's a nice little onboard, I guess, thingy. There's some footage for you. So Darren McNamara starts to pull off here and form a bit of a gap. Whoa, hoo hoo. That was close for the 24. I think something. This is the typical P-card glitch, but I like to blame like a blown tire on it or something stupid. So, Simon Cowell is coming down for his pit stop. Other drivers are on pit road. Notably, two other drivers. They are the 38 of Michael Jordan and the 29 of Bruce Springsteen, as well as the 24 of Cowell. So fuel starting to be a little bit more strung out here. The 15 and 3 are going to be pitting any lap now, but the 82 of Johnny Depp is nowhere to be found. Now, last season, this is very interesting. He got a suspension for blocking a leader in this race. With 2 laps to go, he actually blocked the leaders, and allowed Judge Judy to pull through in the 60 car and win that race over Sammy the Seal. Quite a disastrous, I guess, start. And look at that pack. That is really good pack racing for Project Cars. Notable cars in the pits are the, oh hello, my car, Peter Sellers, Brad Pitt, Will Smith, Matt Damon. Laps to start off this, to run last season in this race, as John Cena has actually just moved back into the lead. But fuel is the concern here. When do you pit? Now, it is very crucial to watch these pit exits for any ridiculousness, and it seems to be clean here, but we do have more pit stops, which is 65 again, and now Milo's in the pits for his service. Fuel is depleting here, as they've just put once second place, actually once led a lap. Simon Cowell a lap down, led the first lap of the season, and now he goes a lap down. Now we go here, we see, that is a glitch. The 20 or the 11 down there is actually in the pits, just doesn't want to show it properly. So we're just kind of waiting on the 3 and 15 to make, because we know that it should be happening anytime soon. We'll have the speedometer up now, and it's still not happening. It's gotta happen any lap now. Even Johnny Depp's running a little dry on fuel here at Daytona. It's gonna be very interesting to see how this plays out. Drivers all over pit road. Milo down there in the white 55 getting out of the pits, as Johnny Depp, is there a problem with the 15? No, not quite. I don't think so. Johnny Depp has just taken that spot back third, and they're still staying out. This is probably their last lap before they run out of fuel. I sure as hell hope they know that they're running out of fuel, because they may just kind of just like conk out and cause a giant crash. They're running on absolutely empty here. Only 1.5 liters, now less than that, 1.3 liters now. Before, oh, and there's a crash. That goes the leader. The 3 of Cena goes spinning. Incredible off the lap car. Leader John Cena going spinning. And now here come the 2 leaders from the lead. That is incredible. The leader of the race, the once leader of this race, John Cena, has crashed. Oh, no, 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 that is a massive hit. Oh, boy. Oh, no, 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 no. Jonathan, come on. So pit stops are going. Kanye West in his pit. Barack Obama in his pit. There goes Ian Harrison down the pit lane. Here is Darren McNamara, who's supposed to be coming out to the lead here. Was somebody's fault? I don't know. And there it is. Johnny Depp has gotten out of the pits first, ahead of Darren McNamara now. Hope to God they don't cause an accident. They shouldn't cause an accident. But right now, your leader, is out of fuel. That's David Beckham has run out of fuel on the apron, has let Liam McNamara come through and take the spot, take the lead for the time being. Now he is gonna have to come down here, and he is going to not come down. That is the end of that is most likely the end of his day, unless he can coast that car all the way back. Now he does have an entire lap on the field, so forbid if he does, but he may run out of fuel in the middle of the corner. He may run out of anywhere. He will run out of fuel, but this is not a good situation for the 21, and now he is out of fuel and just and there it is. Car runs out of fuel on the middle of the track. And that was his fault. That was a hit for sure. That is LeBron James with big damage. But your leader by now 3 seconds is Johnny Depp. This is a bit of a Daytona redemption story. He got suspended at the end of the last Daytona oval race. Now he is up in the lead with 23 laps to go. But Jim Carrey, the ultimate redemption story, none as big as Jim's. In the Season 4 season opener, the first ever flag-to-flag broadcast, there was an issue with timing and scoring after a crash, which led to a misassumption, and which subsequently led to him being banned from Nurrscurr competition in July of 2018. Now, in December of 2018, he had been let back. I personally threw up a little bit of a red flag on the whole case and said, wait a minute. Something doesn't seem right here. I'm reopening this case, and I am going to fight in a quote-unquote, not real, court to bring him back into this sport. And lo and behold, on December 20th, 2018, Jim Carrey was reinstated back into Nurrscurr to drive the 4 car for Ian Harrison Incorporated, despite being... We did have him suspended for 2 races, but he managed those 2 races pretty good. Ended up winning 2 races last year, or in Season 6. Went down to the... what was the... What was the second series name last year? I don't even remember, but he drove for Ian Harrison down there in the 15 car and ended up with a not too good of a ride. Actually raced twice in the Cup Series. In the 27 car, replaced Adam Sandler, who was injured, and then he himself got injured in the crash at Indianapolis, or at least one of the crashes at Indianapolis. But Johnny Depp back here has does not have what it takes to hold on this win with just 20 laps to go, coming to 19 laps to go. The speed difference is pretty big. We're talking about 6-7 kilometers an hour, nearly hitting 200 miles an hour. Jim Carrey is on a charge to win this Daytona 500. Now that lap was way better, and he's gained over a second since the last time I genuinely checked. We'll take a look. Depp was 2/10 of a second slower this time. Depp's lap that time around was a 46.192. No, that's not right. That's only best lap, I believe. Last lap was a 40. Oh, he ran the exact same lap that time as he lap. But Jim Carrey is nearly a second faster, 0.8 of a second faster. The speed gap is 5 kilometers an hour, and now Depp is in frame, at least at a distance. The 82 is in frame and in sight for the 16 to go ahead and make a move. Oh, we got a little touch in there for not position. That's John Cena, who was in the lead, spun out, and Hillary Clinton, who started pretty far back in the field. I believe 21st might have been 20th. But now it's really getting good now. Jim Carrey has a huge speed advantage. Which has been slightly nerfed with the closed gap. Still almost a second that time around, but the gap is probably not going to get any closer for a little while. Bide his time here, in the hopes to not cause him or anyone else an incident. So yeah, a little bit here, but not gonna do too much to worry about. Just gonna bide his time. Be careful here with 15 coming to 15 laps to go. Was actually slower than Depp that time around. Lost a little bit of ground. So we will have to see how the defense plays out here for Johnny Depp, if he's playing defense or if he's just going out there to go out there, and or if there's just nothing that the 16 or the 15 can do to catch. Thirteen, 14 laps to go in the Rockstar 500. Johnny Depp leads, Jim Carrey in second, Darren McNamara in third, and Stevie Wonder in 2 champions in the top 4, and depending on who's in 5th, 2 champions in the top 4. But it's this man, the 82 of Johnny Depp, who has controlled the race ever since about lap 25. Beat then leader Darren McNamara out of the pit lane to grab the lead and has held on to it ever since. But the gap he had to start the green flag run, or this second fuel run, Started at about 4 seconds. It is now down to just about 4/10 of a second. So Johnny Depp definitely trying to hold on to what he's got here, but Jim Carrey in that 16 looking to make an impression on the rest of the field for his first Cup race since October or November of 2019. Now Stevie Wonder back here, he's run the fastest lap of all of the top 5, and actually of almost all of the top 10. But he's the one that's in this he's the closest to winning this race of those 3 fastest laps. So I bet Wonder's going to try and come up here and make it a 4-horse race. Put all 4 under a little blanket and... Whoa, that's not going to help. Put all 4 under a blanket and just, see what happens. Try and put himself into this equation. But with Johnny Depp holding on like this, you can see Jim Carrey trying to run different lines, trying to run all different kinds of places to get himself an advantage on the 82, and now he is right up on the bumper within 2/10 for the first time at all. But not the bet. He didn't think better of it, and he's going to hold out, as that is your top 4 up until the 3 of John Cena, who is not in this for position, but he's going to keep racing like it is. So, we'll have to see how we get going on this. Depp's starting to pull a little bit of gain on him, but Carrey coming right back, keeping it within about 1/4 of a second as many times as he can keep it. Now the 15 of Darren McNamara trying to close in a little more, doesn't have enough real draft to make a gap, or to close a gap. But he's got enough to make a gap and close and try and make a pass here for second position around the outside of the 16. Wow, that is really close, but they managed to keep it going. Now Stevie Wonder is in the mix to win this race with 9 laps to go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 8 laps left for to hold on for dear life to get his first career Cup Series win at the biggest stage possible. The biggest gap Depp has had in a while, but this is Daytona. Any gap can close. Seven laps to go at the stripe. Can anybody make a move? Is Stevie Wonder about to make a move on this 15? No. 2 champions up there going for third position going at each other for third position. Coming to just 6 laps to go here in the Rockstar 500. if people want to make moves, they've got to do it soon, or now, or whenever it's right to make the move. They've got to make it. Whenever Jim Carrey thinks it's right to make that move to go for the lead and the win of this race, he's got to do it whenever he thinks he's comfortable with it. He goes to the outside to grab a little bit of a slingshot down the back straightaway. He's going to have a much better run off the corner. I'll show you the gap. You can see it up there. It is not gaining. Oh, he is gaining. Here he goes. Trying to make a move to the inside. Trying to just get as close as he can as possible. And he is right there now. Here comes the 16. This is battle for the win. And he's just going to blow right by new leader 16, Jim Carrey. Don't count the 82 out yet, but don't count the 15 out yet. The 15 can still easily come in and take this win. Nobody is safe here at Daytona for the final 5 laps of this race. And wow, Jim Carrey is just gone. Jim Carrey is just leaving in the dust. He has pulled nearly a half a second, which is pretty damn impressive, as we are coming to 4 laps to go at the Rockstar Energy 500. If the 82 wants to make a move, he's got to do it now. If the 15 wants to make a move, he's got to do it now. If I'm either of them, I'd be pretty damn well settled with a top 3 or a top 5. But to each their own. I know everybody out there wants to go and win the big one. So I think they're going to try and get it. This was about the gap Carrey had before he made his move for the lead. And Depp's got that run now, but McNamar's got the run on Depp. I reckon if Darren move on Johnny Depp, he can go up there and challenge Jim Carrey for the lead, but he can't make a move. Doesn't think it's the right time. 3 laps to go. If Jim Carrey wants to win this race, he's got to drive and win this race the way he wanted to. The way everybody wants to win the Daytona 500 or the Rockstar 500. And he may do it here. Too early to call, if you will. You just cannot tell if there's what's going to happen in 3 laps or 2 laps, 1 lap or a corner. You just don't know what's going to happen. We had multiple last lap passes for the win in Season 7. 2 laps to go here at Daytona. If the move needs to be made, it needs to be made now. That is most likely the memo going out to the drivers in 2nd and 3rd, Johnny Depp and Darren McNamara, respectively, in the purple and yellow and red. How will this lap car, number 77, Brad Pitt, will he play a factor? Here comes Depp! Whoa! What a run from the 82! He goes straight to the lead again! But does this 77 have any answer for it? Does he hold him up? No, he doesn't. He slips right in line, and he's gonna help the 82 just pull right away. White flag in the air. 1 lap to go. Carrey is not done yet. Gets to the inside of the 77. He is going for the win. The 15 is out of the picture. He'll have to settle for 3rd. Can Jim Carrey make a move when he needs to the most? He's down to the inside. I do not think there's enough time. He's going to try and get there. It's going to be a bit of a drag race, but it's going to be a drag race. It's going to be really close. Coming to the line. Carrey! Carrey got it! Photo finish! Redemption for the 16. Redemption for Jim Carrey in a fantastic finish. Jim Carrey has finally won the Rockstar 500. Jim Carrey has finally done what the game said he did in a fantastic finish. Heartbroken must be the 82 of Johnny Depp. Darren McNamara knows he could have had it, but that is out of his matter. Stevie fucking Wonder from 40th in points to 4th in the Daytona 500. Jerry Seinfeld pulled out 5th. 6th was Rihanna. 7th, Barack Obama. 8th was Simon Cowell after a near accident. 9th is, I believe, LeBron James. Here, we'll just go on the hood cams to figure it out. Yeah, 9th is LeBron James. 10th, Steve Harvey. 11th, Ian Harrison after starting 31st. Great run for the 22 car to kick off what also could be his final season. 12th, Jimmy Fallon in the 44 car. That car's first run since August of 2019 goes up to 12th. Kermit the Frog and maybe his last Daytona 500 goes to 13th. 14th to Larry the Cable Guy. 15th to Mark Wahlberg. 16th to Hillary Clinton. 17th to Will Smith. He must have made a late pit stop. 18th to Bruce Springsteen. 19th Peter Sellers. 20th is this guy, Jimmy Kimmel. 21st is Brad Pitt, or not, Brad Pitt, who had a, I guess you could say he had a role in the finish, but won't be a penalty in order there. John Cena was leading most of this race, really dominated it, but eventually had a crash, came down here, and finished 22nd. 23rd, Matt Damon. 24th, Milo. 25th, Kanye West in the last car to finish, Michael Jordan. Now, let's take a look at how close that finish actually was in terms of dead even. 0.000 at the stripe. How the fuck am I supposed to figure that out for points? Game gives it to Carrey. I guess that's how I've gotta. I guess that's how I gotta give it. Game gives it to Carrey. Jim Carrey, by nothing, literally nothing, has won the Rockstar Energy 500. 39 minutes, 30 seconds is the time of the race. Wow! Literally nothing separated the two at the start, at the finish of that race. Now let's take a look at 27th through 31st. 27th was Liam McNamara, retired after 28 laps. 28th was David Beckham, ran out of fuel after 27. Adam Sandler retired after 26 laps in 29th position. 30th was Elvis Presley, retired after 22 laps. And last was Elton John after 22 laps as well. But holy shit, 0.000 is the result. Thank you, of course, as always, for watching the Rockstar Energy Cup Series season premiere Rockstar 500, a thriller from Daytona, and as always,